scene tonight so that we may bring you the following special presentation. Get out and vote, America.
Election day, the day Americans can have their say. We're back in Bush, on Dukakis we dote, but we all agree it's important to vote.
I cannot tell a lie.
Election day.
7 years ago.
Election day, election day. Hip hip hooray, now let's go to the polls.
Excuse me, hold it. I'm sorry, excuse me. Biff, Paul, seriously, hold it, stop, thanks. Hi. Look, I certainly appreciate your enthusiasm and everything, but yesterday, Election Day was yesterday.
Yesterday?
That's right, yesterday, and Bush won. It's over.
Gee, we've been rehearsing so hard for the Get Out and Vote special, we didn't even notice.
And now we're too late even to vote.
Well, Biff, I wouldn't worry about that, you see, because even in the closest national elections, there are still millions and millions of votes separating the winner and the loser.
So my vote really doesn't even matter.
Well, exactly. Feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Paul, gosh, I'm sorry. I hope you're not too disappointed.
Oh, I'm Canadian. I don't care if you elect a monkey.
Right. Yeah, that's the spirit. Okay, Hal, roll the regular opening, all right?
Decided not to have a Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center. So don't even think about coming here in your car this holiday season. Oh, and Radio City burned down, too. It's Late Night with David Letterman. So now, a man who in just about 30 minutes will start thinking about the best route home, Dave.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, I have made a commitment from here on out. This will be a kinder and gentler show. I thought this was kind of odd last night when during his victory speech, George Bush, the president-elect of the United States of America, thanked his wife, thanked his family, and he also thanked Bobby the Brain Heenan. I puzzled as to kinder... It's quiet in here, yes. This is nice. This is the first time this has happened. George Bush will become president, and Michael Dukakis will receive the home version of the presidential elections. I think... Oh, this was cute. Apparently at one point last night during the election coverage, a groggy President Reagan turned to his wife Nancy and said, I'm going to sleep, wake me up when Jerry introduces Siegfried and Roy. Because he thought it was the Jerry Lewis telethon is what he...
Ah. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it was.
He thought he was watching the Jerry Lewis
Exactly, Paul. I didn't realize this, but according to the Constitution, and it's interesting, every 4 years, not only do we elect new officers to run our country, but we also learn something about the system and the Constitution and ourselves, for that matter. But I didn't realize this. According to the Constitution, between now and January 20th, this period approaching us, Dan Quayle is required to wear a paper hat that says trainee. I didn't think that he would... But I gotta say, I know that they want to get off starting the administration on the right foot, but I thought this was a bad sign. Last night, as Quayle is leaving the victory celebration, he looks right into the TV camera and says, "I'm going to Disney World." Might have been kind of a problem. Hal, they can see me all right through this thing, can't they? All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Schaefer right over there.
Can I just say I'm glad this damn election is over so that we can get back to the business of running the country.
Yeah, now you don't vote at all because you're actually Canadian, is that right?
That is true.
Yeah,
I'm a resident
do you
alien.
go home and vote there in Thunder Bay?
I don't actually, but I'm not even a resident. I'm a resident here. I'm not allowed to vote here.
So you're kind of a man without a country, is that right, Paul?
Well, you might. I'm glad that this country has so graciously accepted me as one of their own.
Well, we're happy to have you here. I have
Thank
kind of
you
a
so
couple
much.
of little anecdotes. I'll explain this nonsense
Yeah,
to
what
you in
is-
a minute.
what
Well,
is
this is, you know what it was? Every night we usually have a man or a woman, some member of the staff, who has to run out here every 2 or 3 minutes and replace coffee cups and so forth. So we just said to hell with that. We'll hook up a system and we'll get coffee just this way, through this tubing from backstage. It's like the water tower principle. And I'll explain the whole thing to you in a little bit. Don't worry about it now. But yesterday when I was voting, and by the way, I heard something very disturbing, and it's a good thing that Connie Chung is with us tonight. Maybe you heard this, and believe me, I'm the last person that wants to participate in gossip on any level.
Yes.
I got a call today from, I think, a pretty good source. Now, Connie Chung last night was in Washington where Dan Quayle was awaiting the outcome of the election. And they had a buffet set out, and there were some, you know, like potato salad and macaroni salad and luncheon meat and beverages and so on and so forth. And everybody was kind of mingling around, waiting to find out how the Republicans had done and how the Democrats had done, for that matter. I heard that Connie Chung and Dan Quayle got into a slap fight.
Really?
I heard that.
And this was a reliable source.
It was. I can't tell you who it was, but and it wasn't like at first I thought, well, he was drunk and made a pass at her, but apparently, not that you'd have to be drunk to do that, but
No.
apparently that wasn't it.
What happened exactly?
Something about the macaroni salad. And it went on and on and on.
It was like a food fight then they had?
No, a slap fight.
A slap fight.
Yeah, the hair pulling, slapping one another around.
Yeah. Well, when she gets out here, we'll have to clear this up.
Well, I saw her. She doesn't seem to show
Doesn't
any
seem roughed up.
signs of it. No, but I got that from Ben Bradley, the Washington Post, phone and told me that. So, yeah, to me, that's a pretty good source.
You don't like to gossip and
Not
spread
me,
rumors, no.
But isn't that odd that the vice president-elect would be slapping Connie Chung?
It is a little crazy. And on the eve of his
over
election.
what? Macaroni salad?
Doesn't make any sense to me. Find out about that when she gets out here.
Well, that'll be, in fact, good, Paul. I'll make a note to myself. That
Yeah.
slap fight. Yeah, okay. All right, great. Okay, so anyway, this thing, let's see the tank back there. This is our simple direct coffee delivery system. That's one of our stage hands, Al Marr. Al, is it all set?
We're all ready to go, Dave.
How many miles of tubing do we have here?
How many miles of what?
I say, how many miles of tubing?
I think we cut it down from 137. We're down to about 92, I think.
I see, okay, down to 92. All right, Al, so all I have to do is throw the little lever out here, huh?
Yes, and if the GE engineers worked on this right, you should have coffee in no time.
Al padding his part. All right, Al. I'm going to turn it on, and let's see. Now, it's just the simple principle of gravity at work here, and within a matter of moments, we should have all the piping hot, freshly brewed coffee we need. I guess while we're waiting on the coffee, is there any movement at all, Al?
Yes, you're heading in your way.
Ooh. Oh, wow, look out. My God. Geez, I hope the levee will hold. All right, it should be. Oh, this is. Woo! Wow. Look at this. And of course, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're using the new carbonated coffee. Coffee with a head on it. Now, this is... Oh! And the other one, what's in the other one, Al?
I have a little milk mixture of half and half.
All right. Should we try the milk or save it for... Try it? Okay, let's turn that on. Now, anyway, while we're waiting for the milk to arrive, let me... should we do the top 10 list while we're doing it? You know something that really upsets me? Did you ever see a movie called E.T., Paul?
E.T.?
Yeah.
I've seen excerpts of it.
Right,
yes.
where this little space monkey comes down and moves in with a family of people.
Whatever he is, yeah. He
And
comes
now, to make more money, they're selling this thing in home video cassette. And it's like, for 20 bucks, you can get your own.
The milk is coming.
Here it comes. Anton, a drum roll.
Here it comes.
Here comes the milk, ladies and gentlemen. This is great. Thanks, Al. I predict a day when every home in this country will have one of these things. Anyway, now the producers, like they didn't make enough money on this motion picture E.T., it grossed, when it first came out, it netted, forget the gross, it netted like $189 billion.
Wow.
And that was just domestic sales alone.
Domestic
$189 billion.
Wow.
So now they want you to take $20 and go down to the video store and buy a copy of this thing for your home videotape.
nerve.
Yeah. Now,
It's nothing. It's nothing.
I don't begrudge them that, but here's something else to keep in mind. A couple of weeks ago, Bill Wendell did an animated feature, and it is also available in home video cassette. Hal, let's roll a little bit of Bill Wendell's effort called Clayman Takes a Walk. And see, you know, just consider this, and maybe you, there you go. Clayman goes for a stroll. There it is. So just keep that in mind. It would make an ideal stocking stuffer. All right, that's enough. All right, that's plenty. There we, thank you very much. You all right? Let's do our top 10 list, and then we have a big show. Connie will be out here, and we'll ask her about that and everything else concerning the elections. Tonight's category, as you might guess, the day after the election, top 10 Dukakis excuses. Top 10 Dukakis excuses. Reasons this man feels he did not do better in the election. Number 10. Number 10, forgot to wear lucky shorts. Number 9, thought election was first Tuesday in December. Number 8, it's just a big popularity contest. Number 7, used Wendell to warm up campaign crowds. Number 6, couldn't believe anyone in a million jillion years would vote for George Bush. Number 5, this is interesting. Number 5, extensive campaigning in Belgium was waste of time. Number 4, fell for Bush's old "you vote for me and I'll vote for you" trick. Number 3. Number 3, ill-advised, Number 3, insert your own eyebrow joke here. Okay. Number 2, ill-advised pledge to tax you bastards back to the Stone Age. And the number 1 Michael Dukakis excuse, didn't care about presidency, just wanted to win $20 bet that I could do better than Mondale. We will discharge of a confetti camera. Cannon. And one of the finest excuses for licensing gun control I've ever witnessed, because it just accidentally, the thing just exploded. We could have all been. Wow. And plus we have this coffee coming down from nowhere, and the girls will be here in a minute. What the hell are we... All right. Yes, Al. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But I just leaned over and accidentally triggered the confetti cannon, and I'm terribly sorry.
With all the piping and everything, he's got to bring you in a cup of coffee?
Well, yeah, because you see, it travels virtually the distance to the moon and back, and it cools off. So what we're going to have to do is install a series of heaters in the tubing along the way to reheat the coffee as it makes its journey.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice idea, though.
Oh, it's a lovely idea. Our first guest tonight...
Any way you can give it to me.
You like it tepid, as I recall, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get you... And would you like some milk in that?
Sure.
All right. A little milk in there?
Oh, that's a little too much.
A little too much milk?
Yeah.
All right, we'll
with
finish
more
up with
coffee.
coffee. Would you like some confetti in that?
Sure.
There you go. It's a party, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like a party. This is exciting. How you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Good. Did you vote yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you vote? Here in the city?
In the city, yeah. It was a different kind of voting machine, though, from what I'm accustomed to.
I got scared when I went into...
Did you?
Yeah, because...
You voted?
Well, I did vote, yeah. I voted in Connecticut, and the machine was different than what I expected it to be.
What was it like?
Well, it was more like a delivery van than an actual voting machine.
What do you mean?
I was looking for one lever to pull to take care of everything.
Oh, no.
Well, see, I figured this is the solution to me because I don't know that much about anything. I'll just do one and get it over with.
So was it, there were little levers, though?
There were little levers and not one main lever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but it wouldn't be one main lever, David.
Well, didn't it used to be possible to just vote for everybody
All
on one
Democratic?
line? Yeah.
No.
It didn't?
No, David. I mean, when you were in California, did you vote in California and they had a little pin and you stuck it and it made a little hole in the...
No.
In the
no? I think I may be thinking about one of those photo booths at the airport.
Tell me, when you went into the booth, was there this big red lever that you pulled so that the curtains closed?
Right, I got that. I got in there, pulled it and closed the curtains.
Right.
And
Did
then
you bring
I
the
realized,
dog in with you?
No, I didn't bring a dog in with me, but I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and then I just panicked and virtually flipped every lever on the thing.
No. Oh, no.
And I had to climb out the top of the machine, and in doing so, I knocked it over and crushed a volunteer.
David, it sounds like the Quail and Connie Chung story in Washington.
What happened? Oh, no.
That didn't.
Yeah.
David, I was here in New York.
Right.
I was on the set doing the election coverage all
Oh, you
night.
weren't in Washington?
I was nowhere near Quail.
My mistake. So what happened when you went to vote?
Oh, it was just different because I had voted in California. I mean, the one I remember the most was all those years voting in California. It was a little pin, and you stuck it, in the hole, and it made a little dent. But this one was little levers, just as you said, and there were lots and lots of propositions.
Yeah.
Did you have?
See, I don't know what happened because there were only 4 things to vote for where I voted. So I'm not even sure. I know I voted. I think they got to mine and it didn't count.
I see.
Are you glad that the...
I suddenly realized,
But it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, it's fun. It's just that I just realized that it's all over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you
You
glad...
know what, David? Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, are you glad the whole thing is over?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun for us.
Wow.
It's always fun to cover a campaign.
Yeah.
Even though I think a lot of the voters were totally disenchanted with the candidates. They thought it was, like 2/3 of the voters thought it was the worst campaign that they'd ever seen or in recent history. One of the worst.
Worse from what standpoint?
Well, they thought that people, that the campaigns, that the candidates were packaged, that the campaigns were too long, that they weren't discussing the issues. They thought that we, the media, were using the polls too much, influencing our coverage.
Yeah.
And they even thought that they themselves, I think 6 in 10 voters themselves, thought that they were being influenced by the polls too much. Because there were so many polls.
Right.
You know?
But aren't these the complaints we hear every 4 years?
Well, sure, but apparently it was a little more this year, and I think we'll see from turnout in the next day or
Was
two.
turnout really low this year?
We don't know yet. I think we'll get the figures either today or tomorrow, I think. I'm just not sure when we get the figures. It takes a while to get the turnout.
Any early indication that it was lower?
Yeah.
So
Estimates it's as low as 51%.
people
Usually
don't
it's like
care
53%.
anymore anyway, do they?
No, I don't think so. I think people do care.
Well, then why wouldn't the vote turnout be
Because
higher?
they didn't like the candidates. They were turned off by both candidates. They were turned off by the negative advertising and all of that.
Oh, it didn't strike me that it was any more negative than it has been.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this little thing.
What do we got to do here, huh?
Well, I had this
We have to
little
do a
thing
commercial, Connie.
Oh, okay.
He's back here with us, and we're talking about the last night's elections. And what do you have there in your hand?
We were talking about polls.
Polls, yeah.
And since I did the exit poll analysis,
The
as you
exit
said,
polls
right?
are among the most accurate, aren't they?
Well,
Sure.
yeah, relatively sure.
Because people have no reason not to tell you who they voted
That's
for.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. And why and all of that, sure.
I heard that at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, because of the projections of 2 networks based on exit polls, they knew what was going to happen.
At
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
No.
Yes. No.
No.
Yes.
No, David. I
No?
think, all of them were saying that it was very, very close.
They said it would be a 7 to 8 point margin, or however they break that down, for the Republicans.
Oh,
At 3
no.
o'clock in the afternoon.
3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yes.
Ours didn't. Well, maybe,
No, it was ABC and CBS.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, see.
Yeah, I know. I think we've answered a lot of questions.
I think we
here.
have.
What do you have there?
Since I was doing my research, one of our researchers, Cheryl McDermott, got me this thing from a book
She's
called
very
Polling
good.
in the... She is. Polling in the Public by her...
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You know her?
I don't know Cheryl, but I'm sure if she is any way affiliated with you or NBC or the Columbia School of Broadcasting, she must be very good.
Okay, and it's actually words to a George Gershwin song about polls.
Oh, that's cute.
See? So I want you to sing this with me. You always want me to sing? I'll do it if you do it.
I'm not going to sing.
Oh, come on,
no,
David.
I'm not gonna...
You know, Love Is Here to Stay.
I don't even know the tune.
You don't?
No. It's,
Love Is Here to Stay.
I don't
you don't
know. I never heard Love Is Here to
George
Stay.
Gershwin? No,
I'll tell you what.
never.
You start it off, Connie, and I'll come in.
Oh, no, you
Paul,
won't.
Connie's going to favor us with a song tonight. All right. Connie Chung, ladies and gentlemen, singing
You know,
Love Is Here to Stay.
Yeah, but will you do it?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, come on, David.
No,
I can't do it unless you do it.
Do that. I'm not, no.
Come on. I can't sing either.
No,
I really can't.
We think we're all having a lot of fun here, hooting and hollering and so forth like that. But, you know, if you keep it up, we'll just edit it out.
No, they never edit it out.
You
know,
start,
they
you
never
start
do.
and I'll do what I can.
Okay, okay. It's very clear. The polls
Oh, that's
are here
not
to
singing.
say-
Here's Connie Chung doing a song. I'd like to sing you a little song, Dave. It's very clear the polls are here to stay. Think about here. Not for a year, but ever and a day. Thank you. Drive safely, everybody. Good night.
Okay. So
No,
anyway.
sing.
So anyway.
No, because I know
See,
you.
now you scared me and I can't do it.
Sing. Because
No,
I know
can't
for a
do it
long
now.
time in L.A. on Channel 2, on Channel 2, you would sing the news every night.
I did not. No, I didn't.
Connie used to be the anchor of, what was it, KNX?
KNXT.
KNXT,
the local
which is now
news station.
KCBS in Los
Right.
Angeles. And at the end, if they had a little time, Connie would come back
I
out and
did
sing.
not. I didn't do that.
Yes, you did.
David, you know what?
What?
I was watching CNN today.
The
and-
world's most important network.
Yeah. And they had this little bit. They were interviewing a man who was matching pictures of people that really looked alike. I mean,
Right.
for instance, George Shultz looked exactly like the lion in The Wizard of Oz.
Correct. Bert
Okay?
Lahr.
Yeah, exactly. Or Sam Donaldson looked exactly, in this particular picture, exactly like Leonard Nimoy in Star Trek.
That's why they're the world's most important network, because they know how to do this stuff.
No, but I mean, I was in another room, you know, and then they had Tammy Faye Baker, and they had this little animal that looked really cute.
Right.
And then, so dog, I think. And then they said, and this really looks like David Letterman. Oh, so I ran in there to see who it was. Do you know who it was?
No, I know, but it's going to hurt my feelings, isn't it?
No,
Who
I
was
think it's a lot of stature. United States Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
Sing the song. Sing the song. Just sing a little of it, and then we'll go right to commercial. Connie Chung, ladies and gentlemen, singing. Go ahead, Connie, take it away. And then you don't have to sing the whole thing. We'll just fade out. This will be nice.
It's better if I could do it like George Burns does it, you know?
Or just sing a little, just a little, and then we'll do a commercial.
Okay. It's very... Oh.
Come on, no, it's great. This is very nice.
Okay, it's very clear. The polls are here to stay.
Polls are here to stay.
Not for a year.
Not for a year.
But ever and a day.
But ever and a day.
The interviews and the questionnaires.
So we thought here now would be a good time to get rid of some leftover Dan Quayle jokes, because you really can't make fun of the guy now. He's going to be the vice president.
True.
So we're going to do that, and we have about 3 or 4 of them here. And when we're done with the Dan Quayle jokes, then our own stage manager, Biff Henderson, will give us another visit from his lovable little character, Count Biffula.
I'm ready, Dave.
So that's what it'll be. Is it a good one tonight, Biff?
It's excellent. It's a very good one.
Okay, so wake the kids. Here's what we'll do. We'll do our leftover Dan Quayle jokes, and then write to Count Biffula. And the Dan Quayle jokes come to us tonight in the form of a little Dan Quayle quiz. Question number 1. In his political career, Dan Quayle's role model has been A, Ronald Reagan, B, John Kennedy, C, Eddie Haskell. Question number 2. According to Quayle's classmates, the A's that he got in college were A, given for outstanding work, B, earned through studying tirelessly, C, about $500 each. Excuse me. Question number 3. In the Bush-Quayle administration, the second most important man in Washington will be A, Dan Quayle, B, House Speaker Jim Wright, C, George Bush's personal physician. Yeah, may have to bleed these lines. All right. And finally, here's our final question, and then we'll do Count Bifula. All right, great. Vice President Dan Quayle is playing golf. His approach shot hits and kills a Secret Service agent who is standing in the sand trap. When Quayle arrives, he finds his ball lying next to the dead agent. Now, should he A, leave the ball where it is, B, move the ball a club length away, C, return to the fairway and replay the shot? Okay, the answer is, of course, A, leave the ball where it is. One of the underlying principles of golf is play the ball as it lies. There you go. That's our Dan Quayle quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for real excitement, real adventure now. Put your hands together. Please say hello all the way from Transylvania.
Dave, I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry, but...
It's time for Count Bifula.
I know. I think that you may have made a mistake there in that last quiz. The last question, because under Section 24 of the rules of golf, when an immovable obstruction interferes with a player's swing, he is allowed one free drop, one club length from the original lie, but not closer to the hole.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting point, but I think the Rules Committee would probably regard the agent as a movable obstruction, which the player does not have the option of lifting and dropping away from. So that's the answer to that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please get ready to say hello.
Dave, wait a minute. Dave.
What?
Since the rules define an obstruction as an artificial object,
right.
Wouldn't the agent be regarded as a loose impediment?
You know, I think you may have something there, Sid. Rule 13 designates loose impediments as natural objects that are not fixed and growing. And since the guy is dead, he's obviously not growing.
But now, even after you die, your hair and fingernails grow for like a week or something, isn't it? A couple period of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's really a moot point, Will, because since the ball is in the sand trap and Section 4 of Rule 13 forbids the removal of loose impediments in a hazard, you know.
You know, wait a minute, hold it. I just wonder if we're not off onto the wrong track here, because Rule 19, Section 2, Biff, by the way, we'll get to you in a second. You want some coffee? Help yourself. Rule 19, Section 2 stipulates a penalty if the ball is stopped or deflected by a player's equipment, defined as anything used, worn, or carried by a player.
So Quayle would be assessed an immediate penalty of 2 strokes.
Right, yes, if the format was stroke play. Now, the standard match play penalty is loss of hole.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Right.
Like we didn't know that. Right. Yeah, but I mean, but does a Secret Service agent really qualify as equipment, especially after he's dead? It's very, very confusing.
No, you're right, it is.
Dave?
Yes, Anton?
I think I have it figured out now.
What's that?
Well, you see, when the coroner visits the scene of the accident, he would draw a chalk outline around the victim, right?
Right, yeah, so?
Yeah, well, then that area would fall under the same heading as ground under repair. And under Rule 20, Section 3, the player is allowed a drop in this situation 1 club length from the original lie.
Yeah. There you go, exactly. So, okay. All right, so the answer to the question is not A. The answer would be B. Oh, yes. Terrific. Nice going. Thank you very much, Anton. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I started to say earlier, get ready for real fun. All the way from Transylvania, Bachelor #1. Please say, what, Hal?
We've run out of time.
Sorry, Biff. We'll get to you. Don't worry, Biff. Don't worry, we'll get to you. Okay. We have to go away. We could generate enough hydroelectric power there to light Delaware. Our next guest's films include Body Double, Something Wild.
Oh, thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Did you get to vote?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
I just really don't want to talk.
Really? You don't want to talk about the election or about voting?
Well, I wasn't in California where I'm supposed to vote, and I didn't get my absentee ballot on time.
So, okay, so we won't talk about it.
I'm an irresponsible American citizen.
Can I? Well, I think we knew that.
I'm really afraid that...
It's only a little joke. I'm sorry. Now, please don't be up.
Wait, take it back. I didn't
think it was funny either. I didn't. Would you like some coffee?
No.
Okay. So you're in New York City. What are you doing in town?
I'm doing some promotion for this film that I have coming out.
For the film Working Girl?
Yes.
Well, tell us about that.
I played the secretary on Wall Street.
Who else is in the film?
Harrison Ford is. And, yeah. And Sigourney Weaver.
Right. So this is a powerhouse deal then, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, and Mike Nichols directed it, so it's really...
Have you seen the film yet?
Yeah, I saw it.
Are you pleased with how it turned out?
Well, I kind of was cringing a lot. It's hard to watch yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
I have that problem. No, I do. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Do you watch yourself?
No, I don't watch myself.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. And it's not a comedy then at all, is it?
Well, it's, you know how The Graduate wasn't really a comedy, but it was? It's like that.
Yeah.
And Mike is the best.
Yeah. The last time you were here, did we talk about when you were a kid and living abroad or not? Well,
no.
tell me about your childhood a little bit. How did you spend your early years, your early teenage years?
My early teenage years?
Mm-hmm. The wonder years.
The wonder years. Well, we raised lions in our house.
Yeah. Where did you live?
In California.
California. Did you have a lot of property, or is this just like a duplex somewhere?
Well, I got my first lion when we lived in Sherman Oaks in like a regular house, and then my mom and my stepfather decided to make a movie about lions, and so now we have about 100 of them.
Now, to this day?
Yeah.
Wow.
And actually, we have this preserve called the Shambhala Preserve. My mom is Tippi Hedren, and she runs this, and you can adopt a lion. If you call the area code 805 in California, you can really adopt a lion or a tiger.
So, but what you're saying is I could send them a check that would take care of a lion. I mean, you don't really, it's not, but no, we don't want to encourage people to bring a lion into their
No, you
house,
don't get to take the lion away, but
Yeah.
you get to name the lion and have pictures you carry in your wallet and stuff. And, it's the greatest, they're the greatest animals, the most mysterious and warm and interesting.
So you look back on that part of your life as being a really good experience, because that's pretty unusual here in America that a kid would grow up being reared by a pride of lions. Is it a pride of lions?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you went to France for a while?
For a while.
Yeah. What was that like? How old were you in France?
17, I think.
And must have been terribly exciting there also, huh?
Well, I was trying to be a model, and I would have liked to have been in Vogue, which I did get to shoot for today, finally, now that I'm 31. But when I was there, they wouldn't even let me in the door, you know? I mean, I just was such a baby face, and I wanted to be this mysterious thing.
Did you find that when you were there, a lot of American girls do that at a certain age younger than I would guess? They pick up and move to France to become models?
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's really interesting, especially if you grow up in, like, Kansas, and then you're, or, I mean, you know, this is hard to do your show. It really
You're
is.
telling me. We've done over 1,000, and I still haven't got it figured out. But you've had a very colorful life then, haven't you? And today you mentioned that you got to do something that you had wanted to do for a while. What was that?
I shot for Vogue today.
Yeah, now, what time did you have to be there? What did you have to do? Where did this take place? Who was taking the pictures?
Patrick Demarchelier.
I don't know.
He's great.
Very
he's
famous
a really
photographer,
wonderful photographer, and he's very French, and he's fantastic. But I got to wear all these diamonds, and this one necklace I was wearing was $500,000. I mean, that's just amazing, you know? You could buy a house, you could buy an estate, you could...
Buy a necklace.
Buy a necklace.
And did you find it the experience? Well, of course now it's fun because there's no real pressure. You sort of arrived and they just take your pictures.
Yeah. And after they plaster all this makeup on me to make me look good.
I wouldn't think a lot of makeup would be required here.
Oh, well, thanks.
Sure.
Let's talk about you.
No, let's don't talk about me. We have to do a commercial. See, if we didn't have to do the commercial, we could talk about me. But we have to do the commercial.
Okay, we'll talk about you when we come
No,
back.
we won't. We'll be right back here, though. Don't worry. You were married to Don Johnson.
Yes.
Right. When was that? How old were you then?
18.
18 years old. And how long were you married?
For about 6 months.
6 months?
No, yeah, well, we were together for 6 years, 4 years.
I see, but officially you were only married about a half a year.
Yeah.
And then you got unmarried and went on and did
grew
other
up
thing?
a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, did he marry someone else? Has he been married?
I've read that in the papers, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can't confirm it.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that, okay?
No, but now
Damn.
it's interesting that I understand that you're not married again, but
No. We're
what are you, dating?
we're enjoying each other's company.
After how long a period of not seeing? Oh, that's very nice, Paul.
Does that mean I should go now?
No. It means Chuck Woolery should come out and start asking you about the date, is what that means. But is that an odd experience to somebody in your past? Suddenly you're, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's really wonderful and special and hi, honey, and...
Oh, well, let's don't go nuts here. Well, how did this come about?
Well, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just come about. It's really nice, and we've known each other for 17 years,
Yeah.
and it's...
Do you find that he's a much different person or just about the same?
He's better. He's wonderful.
Yeah. And you obviously feel the same way about yourself. You're better for the experience, I guess, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, well, congratulations on whatever this is. Now, do you think you'll get married again?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. But would that be the worst thing that would happen?
No, it'd probably be the best thing.
Really?
Let's talk about working girl now.
No, see, what, did you just get here? We did that. That was like question number, number
we
one.
should end on that.
No, that the working girl was just one of those lousy
what about
plugs.
you, David? Haven't you been having this relationship for a long time?
Shut up. Shut up. I was reared by poodles. What? Oh, we have to go.
Okay.
Damn. I'd love to continue this all night. But it's time to go. We'll be right back. Thank you very much. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. My name is Dave Letterman. I'm the host. Today is Monday, the beginning of a new week. I feel like $1 million. Woo! With David Letterman. Oh, God. This crap again. It's starting already. Now, look at this. This is the studio that the sports people use over the weekend. They do their NFL report. NFL 1986. What is it called, Kevin? 1986? 86 with Bob Costas and all of those people. Look at this stuff. What are they doing? Skinning raccoons in here? Well, this is all over the floor, this kind of stuff. Boy, I'm exhausted. I spent the entire weekend waiting in line for the new Springsteen album, and boy, I tell you, Well, today, Secretary of State George Shultz is really upset again because this morning President Reagan finally told him about Grenada, and he is really, really steamed because... So I'm walking to work this morning. I get off the subway. I get off the D train down there at about wherever that is. Where does the D train let you off, Paul?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either, Dave.
And I saw a group of New York City kids playing police officer. I thought that was kind of cute. They had some chalk and they were drawing outlines of bodies on the sidewalk. Now, where are the really funny jokes, Kevin? Where do you keep the blockbusters? Just go to the blockbuster file and let's... Monday. Oh, gosh, Paul, you have anything for a Monday? Anything to really get this off with a little extra heat here?
Monday.
Oh, that's...
Is that what you're...
It's kind of a ballad, a little too slow. We need something with some adrenaline, some heat, some juice, some electricity.
Okay. Just another manic...
On the program tonight, a man who stands on his head.
Yeah.
That's right. We're not exactly goofing off on the weekends, are we? Lisa Bonet from the Cosby Show is here tonight. And a very funny man, Mr. Tom Dreesen. He's a comedian. He'll be here tonight on the program. Okay, and this brings us to my favorite portion of tonight's program. Hey! Oh, it worked. My gosh, we got one to work there. This is our friend Paul. Oh, no.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. David?
Yes, Paul?
Were you really waiting for the Springsteen album all weekend?
No, but I have a copy of it, by the way.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Boy, that thing is the size of a briefcase, you know?
Any good?
I don't know. I haven't listened to it yet. What do those things go for, exactly? Okay. I want these people to feel like we got a real show for them tonight.
Well, we do. David, the band spent all weekend filming its next video.
Your hot new video.
Our upcoming video, which we're going to debut on November 28th.
Yeah.
My birthday, by the way.
Oh, is it your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And we're doing a primetime film, David Letterman Film Festival.
Yeah, that'll be
special,
good. Yeah.
Friday night, November 28th. We worked all weekend on this video.
You must be exhausted.
Well, it's hard work, you know, when we make our videos, we take it very seriously.
Oh, I know you do.
We're like Duran Duran, you know. We don't fool around. We work hard. People think it's all partying and girls and booze and everything. Okay. It's some of that, but really making videos is...
Good night, everybody. We're out of time.
Seriously.
We have a lot of things to get to, don't we? We have a big show. Yeah. Top 10 first? Top 10 first. These are lists of little mind puzzlers, little conundrums that you can share with your friends at home.
Excuse me?
Conundrums.
These are conundrums?
Conundrums.
I don't think I've ever heard that word before.
No, they're conundrums, little puzzles, little enigmatic collections of thought, little things to break the ice when you're with your friends or family at breakfast in the morning. And we put them together in the list, top 10 list, and they're interesting, and you chat them over and makes your day a happier place to be.
Yeah. So what's today's list?
Well, today's list, thank you, Paul, from the Home Office in Milwaukee, top 10 other things George Shultz is mad about. You know, he's steamed. The Secretary of State is really, really angry because he's not been included in all of these high-level policy decisions.
But I guess there's a couple of other things that he's also steamed about.
Yes, that's true. Thank you very much, Ed. We'll get right to those now. Top 10 things George Shultz is mad about. Here we go. Number 10. People thinks he writes comic strip peanuts. Number 9. Diane Sawyer acts like he's not good enough for her. Number 8. His Secret Service code name is Winky. Number 7. Casper Weinberger uses his comb in White House bathroom, leaves it greasy. Number 6. Supreme Court justices get all the babes. Number 5. Phone calls in the middle of night from distraught Barbara Bush. Number 4, never seriously considered for most improved cabinet member trophy. Number 3, can't get last bit of toothpaste out of tube. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Andy Rooney. Number 2, he's had it up to here with those whiny, griping foreigners. And the number 1 thing George Shultz is mad about, Marine Color Guard makes a meow sound when he walks by. Okay, here we go. Now these are actual advertisements culled from periodicals, large and small, from all over the free world. Paul, do we have an introduction for this?
Culled from periodical?
Never mind.
Here's some conundrums which have been culled.
They're not conundrums.
From periodicals throughout the world.
These are dumb ads. These are not conundrums.
Here's some dumb ads.
Never mind. Here's an ad for something called Quick Weight Loss Centers in Illinois. And as you can see here, we have a personal testimonial. Dorothy Mounsey, before 202 pounds, and after 137 pounds. There's the after right there. Well, you can't argue with photographic proof like that, can you? And I think we all agree it's quite an improvement. Here's something called from the Ellsworth, Wisconsin Shopper. Oh, this is some kind of campaigning here. Elect John Traynor, clerk of court. And as we can see there, he's a licensed insurance agent, and he's a licensed barber. Do you solemnly swear on this stack of old Playboy magazines? I wish they were conundrums. Here we have an ad for an artificial Scotch pine tree, $4.97, regular $4.99, save 2 cents. I could just kick myself. I paid full price next door. How can they sell these trees that cheaply? Volume, volume, volume. Here's an ad for Shakespeare's Pizza, Columbia, Missouri, where we make our own window cleaner. I used to go to Pizza Hut, but they use that store-bought Windex stuff, and it's... Actual ads, culled from periodicals from all over the free world.
Throughout the free world.
But these are not conundrums, not necessarily.
Actual ads.
Here's something from the Milwaukee Sentinel. Bob Goulet has joined the staff at Ruby Oldsmobile in Milwaukee. That's
Dave?
interesting. Yes,
Excuse me,
Paul.
Dave.
Yeah.
Is that the Bob Goulet?
Yeah.
Whoa! It's a late night singing.
The hell is that? We have interns operating that stuff tonight. Here's something from the Okeechobee News in Florida. Wanted boar hogs. My motto, if he has hair and squeals, I'll buy him. That's quite a motto, and I'm sure it looks great on the family crest. That too. All right. Here we have an ad with Patrick Duffy, the man from Dallas. You know, he was dead, came back to life, and it was all a dream. Right. That's television programming at its finest, for my money. And you can see the ad says, win the Parquet Celebrity Sweepstakes, Patrick Duffy, let Parquet bring us together. Sounds like an offer you might hear in prison, doesn't it?
Now, these are not necessarily conundrums.
No, these are not conundrums at all.
Oh, they're not conundrums.
No, they're not. They're dumb ads.
Now, a
conundrum is a little puzzle, a little enigmatic sort of mystifying peculiarity in life.
Well, a dumb ad could be a conundrum.
Well, it could be, yes.
But a
Not
conundrum
necessarily.
could never be a dumb ad.
That's right. Sarasota Herald Tribune, Edwin Watts Golf Shops, tail 20% off. You know, ordinarily I'm a good family man, but at these prices... We have time for one more? Can you get me a dictionary also? We'll put an end to this conundrum nonsense. Thank you very much. Here's an ad, Lost and Found from the Shadron Record in Nebraska. Lost dog, 3 legs, blind in left eye, missing right ear, tail broken, recently neutered, answers to the name Lucky. Lucky. This dog is not lost, he's hiding. Okay, there you have an assortment of conundrums from all over the free world. We'll be back here in a minute with Lisa Bonet, Tom Dreesen, back from a commercial. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, kids. All right. You know, we're going to have to start doing a 90-minute show just to get in the jingles. I have here a copy of Webster's 9th New Collegiate Dictionary. See, everybody in the world knows this, but you and me apparently, Paul, but I'll get right to the definition. Conundrum, C-O-N-U-N-D-R-U-M, origin unknown. A riddle whose answer is or involves a pun, a question or problem having only a conjectural answer. An intricate and difficult problem. Synonymous, the synonym would be mystery. That's a conundrum.
Very, very interesting. Or it's also synonymous with dumb ad, I think. No? Okay.
My next guest...
I'll just be over here.
This is a lovely woman, by the way. Our first guest tonight plays Denise Huxtable. Do you watch this show, Paul?
All the time, yes.
Do you?
I love Denise Huxtable.
Now, do you know that this show is the most watched television program known to modern man?
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. It's
where do we rank in it?
Do what?
Where do we rank in
There's
it?
a little asterisk down there on the where we are. It's down there on the list. We'd be a little farther down, below some radio programs.
Yeah.
It's The Cosby Show, and she will soon be seen in the motion picture Angel Heart, and has recently just completed a pilot for a situation comedy, of her very own. Please say hello to the lovely, the talented Lisa Bonet. Nice to have you back. You're here about 6 months ago or so?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what have you been doing since? You traveled a lot? You went to Russia?
No.
Didn't go to Russia?
I went to Russia about a year ago.
Yeah, how was that?
Cold.
Was it cold?
Yeah.
Where in Russia did you go?
Moscow and Leningrad.
Yeah, and what were your impressions of those cities?
It was pretty dark and
Yeah.
cold and depressing.
Yeah, aside from the weather, it was depressing?
Because the food was really gross. And
What kind of food did you have there?
Bread, peasant bread. And
Peasant bread? Did you order that in a restaurant?
No, it's complimentary.
Uh-huh.
And
So they treat the peasants pretty well then, don't they?
they have their own bread.
Uh-huh. And what kind of meat? A lot of boiled meat, a lot of real gristly, chewy sort of stuff?
Yeah, basically.
Any fresh fruits or...
No fresh fruits. They have apricot juice, though. That's pretty
that's
nasty.
good.
No.
Oh, it's not good.
No. They have, I don't know, borscht and all that.
Any fun foods? Any California cuisine kind of things? Any...
They have fried potatoes, which... and sturgeon soup.
Sturgeon soup?
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Yeah. Did you go there just for the heck of it? You go with the
No,
with your family?
I went with my mom.
Yeah.
But that was a year ago.
Yeah.
And where have I been? I was in New Orleans. I did the film in New Orleans for 2 months.
Angel Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you want to talk about the film now?
Oh, I didn't know. I'm not sure. But I haven't been to. I'm going to India in December, and I.
Oh, you're going to India?
Yeah.
So you actually get to do a lot of
So
traveling.
yeah, well, we get hiatuses off, so.
How many weeks off a year do you have?
I don't know. We tape from September to August. September
August?
to April, and then we have
September
from
to
April to August off.
Uh-huh.
So, do traveling or work there.
So you have like 4 months off.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you had a chance to make a film.
Yep.
And tell us about that now.
The film is directed by Alan Parker. It's called Angel Heart, and it stars Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro.
Yeah. And what is your part in this?
So I play a field worker who lives in New Orleans, and Mickey Rourke is hired by Robert De Niro to find this guy who turned out to be my father.
We're going to need some more detail on this film. Oh gosh. Are you appear nude in the film?
Yeah.
You do.
Mhm.
Now, is that all? Is that all right? Do you think to be doing that?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah. And what will Cosby say when he finds out about this?
I don't know. I asked him before. I told him that I was going to do this film, and it, had a little nudity in it.
What did he say?
He was very good. He said, well, I know that this is just a job, and it is a Cosby show.
Yeah.
We know what Cosby spells backwards. So.
What does it spell backwards?
King of, I don't know. It's just.
That's a conundrum. That's a conundrum. What Cosby spells backwards, if that's actually spelled something backwards, we'd have a conundrum. Yeah.
Oh. But I asked him, and he said he knows this is a job, and,
Now, why do people watch this show? I mean, well over half of the people who have television sets in this country watch this show, don't they? The Cosby Show. Now, why is that? What do you think?
Because Bill Cosby's on it, and he's...
But there's got to be something more to it than that, don't you think? There's some kind of pact with the devil or one of those kind of deals.
No, people always say to me, it really makes me feel good.
Makes you feel... Now, when you watch the show, does it make you feel good?
I really don't watch it. Every once in a while, if I...
Oh, now, wait a minute. What did you say?
Well, we tape on Thursday nights when the show's on.
Uh-huh.
So I don't
So you don't get a
chance
chance to see it, yeah. Well, now, what about when you're off? Do you watch it when you're off?
No.
Yeah. So maybe it doesn't make you feel that good, huh? But it's a phenomenon, don't you think? There's not been anything like it in recent memory.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky.
Yeah, well, that's nice. That's good for you. And, well, it is. No,
Pretty good for NBC, too.
Well, it's good for everybody. Everybody benefits. Sure, absolutely. Yeah. We'll do a They played that last time you were here, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're working with Bill Cosby, and in the film it's Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro. So this is pretty good company for a young person, isn't it? How old are you?
I'll be 19 next week.
Yeah, things are going pretty well for you.
Yeah.
And you're also getting your own, you have your own pilot being spun off this Cosby thing.
Yeah.
Now, what is that about? Why would you want to do that?
Because they told me to.
See, I would talk to that. I would say, no, I'm staying right here on the gravy train.
Well, I said, no, I said.
You spin one of the other kids off.
I said, if it doesn't work out, am I allowed to come back? And they said, yeah.
Oh, you can come back if it doesn't work out? Yeah, but you know, the bloom is off the rose at that point. It's sort of like, they look at you as like the least successful family member then. And then suddenly you're spending...
I know, she failed and she had to come home.
You're spending more and more time in the cellar and we don't see you then. So what's it about? What's it going to be called?
Well, they don't know right now. Temporarily, it's called Hillman, which is the college that my character
Hillman, you attend
went
Hillman.
to. Yeah. And it's not very original, but it's, you know.
Well.
About, you know, kids in college.
Right. Now, will Bill drop in at Hillman from time to time?
I think maybe they'll show me, like, talking to him on the phone or something.
Yeah. And when will this be right after the Cosby Show?
I think they're hoping for that time slot.
Well, then that could work out pretty well for you. Yeah.
Works pretty well for family ties.
Yeah. And do you get a piece of this show?
No.
Oh, see now.
Yeah, but it's only my 3rd year, Dick.
But that's all right. You don't think Cosby's not walking around making huge demands like this? You should be a little more forceful.
I know, but I don't have a, what is it? My name spells nothing backwards, so.
And so what do you do for fun now besides traveling and?
I travel a lot, and I
You still live in downtown?
Mhm.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's nice.
Live in Little Italy, right?
Yeah. I just got my couch, so I'm spending a lot of time home, sitting on it.
Oh, sure. Once you get that couch,
yeah.
you want to get in as much time on it as you can. Now, for people maybe from different parts of the country who've never been to New York, explain to them what kind of a neighborhood Little Italy is.
I like it. It's the strip that I live on is, you know, filled with restaurants, and they're open really late, and I don't know. It's
nice.
Italian.
You have a real.
It smells great.
Yeah, it's an old Italian neighborhood.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You feel pretty safe there.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the clip. Do we have a clip? Huh? From the new show, from the film? What is it? Grapes. Oh, do we want to see the grape clip? We've seen it once, haven't we?
Yeah.
You want to see that?
Do you want to see it?
It's up to you. You have time to see it? I'll show a little bit of it. And this is what she did last time. You were here, you ate grapes.
Right.
Actually, we should have done this at the beginning of the show. There she is, eating grapes. Getting very close. Going to go for the record. How many did you have? 34?
An attractive piece of history.
Yeah,
right
it is.
there.
Now, have you done that since?
No.
No, I know that was pretty entertaining, but silliness there. Okay, Lisa, I think we're all finished here. Well, we'd like to see you in about 6 months for a checkup. Good luck to you. Lisa Bonet, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. Tomorrow on this program, Gary Busey will be here. We have a homecoming queen from Bird City, Kansas, Dana Nelson, and also Richard Lewis, who's a fine comedian. He'll be here tomorrow. And what's the matter? Well, you can come back tomorrow. Yeah, we'll look for you tomorrow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Ask Mr. Melman. Before we begin, here are the rules. Mr. Melman reserves the right to cut this session short if Entertainment Tonight is doing a feature on Ricky Schroeder. Oh, stop that. Mr. Melman refuses to accept awards for his work, believing that people who do whatever it is he does should not be competing with one another. Mr. Melman asks you not to purchase copies of Bruce Springsteen's live album pending resolution of rights to the name The Boss. And finally, while Mr. Melman is an attorney, he is not a member of the armed forces, and that's why he wears the something. He'll be wearing a flowing caftan. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Larry Bud Melman. Larry, come on up.
A hearty good evening. to my wonderful, wonderful television family. I'm Larry Bud Melman. I'm here to answer your questions about personal problems, money problems, and affairs of the heart. So let's get started.
Larry, did you just get out of intensive care? What happened to your Navy uniform, Larry?
I consider the stage my home. So I have decided to dress to please myself and you, the viewing audience. Could I have a small glass of white wine, please?
Sure, bring
Let's
Larry
get on with the first
small
question.
glass of white wine. There you are, Larry. All right, who has a question here for Mr. Melman tonight? Hi, how are you? What is your name?
Donna.
Donna, where are you from?
Long Island.
Nice to have you here. What do you do for a living, Donna?
Student.
Where do you go to school?
St. John's University.
And you're studying?
Management.
How will the basketball team be this year?
They're going to be great,
Okay,
as
good
always.
good for you. And do you have a question for Mr. Melman?
Yes, Mr. Melman, do you have any helpful hints on how to make a great impression at a job interview?
Donna, don't do what I did. On the way to my first job interview, I saw a huge skunk. I took my time stalking and cornering the wily creature, with the result that I arrived hours late, a tired, sweaty, foul-smelling mess. I did get the job, but it was just because of my firm handshake. Bob Rooney, please give this nice person a Dwight Gooden bath towel.
Oh, we have Dwight Gooden bath towels tonight. It's a lovely item. There you go, Donna. Good luck. Nice meeting you. Thank you for your help. Do you have a question? Sure. What is your name?
Julia Alexander.
Julia, where are you from?
Baltimore.
What do you do for a living in Baltimore?
An engineer.
And what kind of engineer?
Electrical.
You like that kind of work?
Yes.
And you're up here on vacation, a long
To see
weekend?
your show.
Bless your heart. I appreciate that. Do you have a question for this vision here in Aqua?
Yes, I'd like to know what the secret to a happy marriage is.
Secret to a happy marriage is knowing the right amount of time to spend together. So take my advice, keep it short. Anything longer than about 6 months, and you're asking for serious trouble. Bob Rooney, please give this nice person a Dwight Gooden bath towel.
There you go. Thanks, Bob. There's your towel. Have a nice stay in New York. Nice meeting you. Good luck in Baltimore. One more? Good idea. Who has the, yes, sir, hi. Is it you?
Yeah.
What is your name, please?
My name's Ken Moines.
Is it this guy, or is it a ringer? Ken, how are you? Where are you from?
From Boston.
Nice town.
Yeah.
What is your question for Larry?
Larry, can you explain the Bernoulli effect?
Oh, the Bernoulli.
I've always had trouble with that.
The Bernoulli principle.
Yeah.
Principle.
Yeah.
Of course I'm familiar with the Bernoulli effect. It's a phenomena of internal pressure reduction with increased stream velocity. What surprises me is that you, a high school physics teacher, is so completely ignorant of your own subject. No wonder the Japs are mopping the floor with us in the world of electronics. You're a disgrace. Bob Rooney, give this guy's towel to the person next to him.
Yes, sir. There you go. Do you teach high school physics? Oh, yes. Is that what you do? Well, good for you. Nice meeting you. Thank you, sir. Have a good trip. Oh, brother. Okay. Larry, go towel off, all right? We'll be back here with Tom Dreesen, folks. Our next guest is one of the busiest comedians around, and he is also a good friend of ours. Please say hello.